Chapter 26, Qingyun Immortal Mountain. The woman in the white dress skillfully sheathed her sword, jumped down from the mast, and happened to see Liu Linky and Han Yi. However, she didn't react, as if she didn't intend to explain anything and didn't need to. With her eyes fixed straight ahead, she brushed past the two of them and went straight back into the cabin. Han Yi felt an overwhelming aura of arrogance emanating from her. She's so cool. She's a handsome. Booty also want to be cool and handsome just once. Han Yi felt envy in his heart and took a deep breath. He was not disheartened by their vast difference. Instead, he was full of confidence. Although this woman in white dress didn't drop any attribute, as long as she enters the Dragon Sparrow sect, he would find a way to acquire her attribute. So strong. Liu Linky, having finally regained her senses, expressed her astonishment with a face full of shock. The swordsmanship of the woman in the white dress was impeccable beyond description. Neat and efficient. Without a hint of unnecessary force, the sword was an embodiment of her will alone. Definitely from an immortal family. Yes, it's hard to believe a key practitioner is this strong, Han Yi admitted his thoughts aloud. Can a true key practitioner really have such terrifying battle power? Liu Linky shook her head and said, "No, the realm is the realm, the person is the person, the two should not be confused." Huh? Anya couldn't comprehend. Liu Linky slowly explained, "My brother could shoot an arrow with a one-stone bow at the age of 8. By the age of 15, he already had the strength to fight 100 opponents. No one in the martial arts school could compare to him. He hadn't even started cultivation back then. So, although the level of a person's strength is related to their realm, it's not necessarily the deciding factor." Han Yi thought deeply after hearing this. Equating mortals to cultivators. Are there people like that? Yes, but they are very few. And they become even more formidable after their cultivation, with combat power far horrifying than average people. People like them are often referred to as geniuses. Liu Linky continued, "If you were to face a key practitioner who has no physical foundation, after breaking through to the blood marrow realm, they might not be your match." Remembering that breathtaking sword strike just then, Han Yi mused, a cultivator like her couldn't possibly come from an ordinary background. Liu Linky nodded in agreement. Many of those taking part in the entrance examination are from all over the Great Zhou. Many of them are from immortal families. Many of these clans' descendants are already cultivators. They come to the Dragon Sparrow sect merely for further cultivation. She likely comes from an immortal family. Their parents are cultivators, their offspring are often highly talented, and if fortunate, they carry great fate. Han Yi nodded in understanding. He understood a blessed second-generation immortal. "We will see the Qingyun Immortal Mountain tomorrow. Let's get to sleep early." "All right, thank you, Miss Liu." The boat resumed its journey. Thanks to the woman in the white dress's swift action, they didn't lose any time. The next early morning, when everyone woke up, from the deck, one could see an endless range of mountains in the distance. Those mountains up ahead are the Qingyun Immortal Mountain. The foundations of many sects are there. Not only the Dragon Sparrow sect, other sects also have set up their schools there. Liu Linky explained. Mixed among the crowd, Han Yi looked out and saw the endless range of mountains from afar. Among those continuous mountains, there were towering peaks, straight as arrows. Some peculiar floating islands were mystically suspended in the sky, with the principle behind their existence not known. Atop those high peaks, one could vaguely see many palaces and houses. Countless waterfalls of great height cascaded down from the mountain peaks and floating islands, resembling numerous jade dragons. The sky was as blue as it was clean, like blue crystal, without a cloud in sight. The radiant and gentle sunlight illuminated everything. It was pristine. Atop the hundreds, if not thousands, of mountain peaks, entwined roots of pine trees extended out, evoking a sense of the ancient. In the deepest parts of those mountains, amidst the drifting clouds and mist, there was even a celestial city that floated in the air, seemingly surreal and hovering like a mirage. One might think they've reached the fairyland realm of Penglai. Han Yi looked out, absolutely stunned by the scenery that resembled a fairyland on Earth. A profound shock sprang from his heart. This is a sect of immortal cultivation where cultivators with great divine powers reside. Cultivation is really awesome. The crowd slowly approached the shoreline, left the dock, and headed for the town. At the foot of the mountain, advancing towards Qingyun Immortal Mountain. The closer they got, the more extraordinary it felt. All those in their company visited for the first time, each looking left and right and expressing their fascination with everything they saw. Wang Daniu looked at the numerous houses on the peaks of Immortal Mountain and sighed, "What splendor! They spent a fortune building so many houses, much grander than any I've ever seen. These cultivators are really rich." Well, Gao Qiqing explained with a smile, cultivators use spirit stones. Gold and silver mean little to them, they have as much as they want. As everyone marveled, a line of specks emerged in the distance. They closed in swiftly, coming into sight like shuttles and arrows. And soon it became clear that they were a flock of pure white immortal cranes that were taller than humans. Atop these immortal cranes sat handsome men in green robes. The leading green-robed youth smiled and called down to the people below. "Are you all from the county of Skyfire here to participate in the Dragon Sparrow Sect's entrance examination? Are members of the Liu family among you?" "Indeed." Liu Linky, who was leading the way, took out a jade token with a swallow engraved on it to verify her identity. The green-robed youth nodded. "I was ordered by the senior brother to greet you all. Please follow me." With that said, he rode the immortal crane towards the inner part of the mountain. "I will slow down. Just keep up with me." As the youth's voice echoed, everyone urged their horses forward. Seeing this, Han Yi muttered to himself, "Liu Chengfeng, the eldest son of the Liu family, must have a high standing in the Dragon Sparrow sect. No wonder he could secure so many slots." In the Dragon Sparrow sect's Great Hall at Heaven's South Peak, a white-haired, crane-like elder with a youthful face sat on the throne. He was adorned in a purple cloud cloak, wearing a bagua robe, donned a black crown, and held a feather duster in his hand. This elder was Yun Zuzi, the sect master of the Dragon Sparrow sect. Seated below him were 10 elders with high cultivation, their auras unfathomable. The expressions of everyone were strikingly consistent, all looked solemn and serious. As if disaster was imminent, as though the sky was about to collapse. Indeed, they had been waiting in the hall for 7 days. The great hall was so silent you could hear a pin drop. The 11 people, including the sect master, sat as still as clay statues. Until a disciple's announcement echoed from outside the door. Reporting to the sect master, the number of candidates for this year's examination has surged unprecedentedly. The great hall can no longer accommodate all of them. "Make do with nurturing Heart Peak for now," Yun Zuzi said indifferently. "But that's where our disciples cultivate." "Just do it." "Yes, sect master." Yun Zuzi looked at one of the younger elders who held a heavenly mystery compass and asked, "Elder John, has the person destined to bear the crisis arrived?" With the compass in hand, Elder John carefully divined. His solemn face gradually relaxed as he said with a smile, reporting to the sect master, "He has arrived." Yun Zuzi sighed in relief and offered a slight smile. "Good. Our efforts in clearing out the local evil spirits around hundreds of miles were not wasted. Prioritize the cultivation of the disciples we recruit this year." "Yes, sect master." Yun Zuzi's words were decisive and filled with a sense of urgency. That made everyone present take the matter to heart, not daring to act carelessly. The sect master and all the elders foretold that the Dragon Sparrow sect would soon face a calamity. One so severe that it threatened to bring the entire sect to ruin and lead them all to physical and spiritual demise. But under the heavens algorithm, they found a glimmer of hope. If they could find the person fated to face this catastrophe, he could help the Dragon Sparrow sect survive this calamity.